Welcome, welcome. We are back with a Hawk Talk. It's been a while. Today we've got Hal Reynolds, founder of DYGI. How's it going, Hal?
It's going pretty good, Eric. How you doing?
I'm very good today. Happy to be out here.
Yeah, it's nice to be outside and enjoying some of the amazing Minnesota weather.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm into that. In fact, we're at the Sculpture Garden. We are just absolutely blessed to have this right next to the school.
Yes.
So let's walk. I think this will be our first walking interview. So what does DYGI stand for?
Disinvested Youth Gaming Initiative.
So what's the mission behind DYGI?
Our mission is to create access for all young people so that they can thrive with technology and be prepared for the jobs of tomorrow. We want all young people to thrive, and we think technology is a great gateway to do that.
I love it, and it is, because they're already engrossed in it from a young age.
Exactly.
You have these 5, 6-year-olds with iPads,
and they're great at them. And they're great with the technology.
Yes, I have seen 8-year-olds that have YouTube channels that it blows my mind. I'm like, when you're 18, you're going to be set if you continue doing what you're doing.
Some of them are set at 8. Some of them are making money already at 8 years old because they've got into technology and mastered a gift, and their personalities are amazing, and then there you go, there's the magic.
Yeah, but it's cool that we have this generation, people like you and I, recognizing this as opposed to putting it down and saying no more screen time and stuff like those kids and their skateboards.
Yes,
that kind of vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I think me and you might be more on the rebel side of being able to see around the corner and embracing what's different instead of being afraid of it. I have 4 boys myself, and they're amazing young men. They all played sports, but they're also all gamers, and it's a universal language. And so for me, they taught me a lot about why this is important, how they've connected with people they wouldn't normally connect with. And so for me, gaming is awesome. It's a great way to bring people together.
Great. I forget that you have 4 kids, so would you say that played a part in your founding of DYGI?
Absolutely. I think they teach me a lot, and I think that there's value in generations learning from one another. And I believe that's when that's the best kind of mentorship, is both ways. And so for me, they would educate me on everything from music to culture to gaming, and what games were popular, and what esports was. And I really got kind of intrigued when I was with the teen tech centers, and I was on a daily basis working with young people, trying to make sure that we were engaging in ways that mattered to them.
Mm-hmm. It's very cool. In fact, that brings up a good point. We're kind of jumping in here. You have done a lot in your background in the technology space and giving back to the community. So I have 2 questions about that.
Yeah.
One, what spurred that passion to get so involved in that? Because you care deeply.
Thank you.
And then 2, your tech, you have a very impressive tech background.
Thank you.
So it's the perfect combination for what you're trying to do. I think one of those was a question, one of those was a statement. So let's start with what inspired that spark? What ignited that spark, and then what kind of continued to fan the flame?
I would tell you that I'm a man of faith, and the vision to do what I'm doing today with DYGI was given to me in a vision. Sometimes with visions, they're not very clear, but you know that your journey was custom designed for you to do something greater than yourself. I believe at the core we're all servants, and when we serve mankind and do it in a way that is from the heart, it's special. And I was a troubled teen, and it was mentors and men and women that cared about me, and it required the village. And today I believe that I'm an upstanding citizen because other people got involved when they didn't have to. And I believe I need to pay that forward, and I want to do that with the rest of my life, and do it in a way that is meaningful, and the legacy of really helping others and not looking for anything besides seeing them be great.
Different backgrounds, but struggles nonetheless.
Yep. we had a great conversation about, you know, when you've been to those spaces and you get on the other side, you understand that anybody can have a redemption story.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're the best stories, quite frankly.
Well, yes, in fact, frankly, that's so. I read something the other day, and that's cool.
It is cool.
I read something the other day that I don't know if people, if you believe this or not, great. If you don't, whatever. Like, I don't care what you believe. Old souls choose to deal with their karmic energy early in life, and then in their 30s and 40s they go out and live the life of their dreams.
Yes, I think that we all get an opportunity to write our own story, and I want my last 2 seasons of life to be 2 seasons of pure joy, of getting to watch breakthroughs daily, while young people just crack the code left and right, and create a better world where there's less debt and honestly more life that's fulfilling. And I think technology really kind of equals the playing field.
More freedom.
It does. It's more freedom.
You're talking less control, more freedom. I love it.
I believe in that, and I believe that technology can be the great equalizer to bring that to life. And the sooner you understand what you want to do with tech and how it's going to benefit you, the better your life's going to be at early on. Now you can go have a family and travel and do all the things that we really should do in this life, you know, and hopefully, you know, give back when you're at that place. You know, there's a couple reasons why we changed. We've had enough pain and suffering. We've learned enough where it makes us want to change, or we're at a place in life where life has been so good we can afford to give back, and we change because of that. But you know, those are the main reasons why we change. And for some of us it's pain, and that's good too. And for me it was pain. I hit a breaking point, I hit a bottom, and it was good. It was good for that to be the case, and I have lessons I'll never forget, and to this day they still drive me. Till this day they still drive me.
That's beautiful. I can tell. I mean, you got a light about you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He uses us in special ways.
Oh yeah.
What became really clear to me is that, you know, this thing is built to create that freedom we talked about, but there's the flip side of that is it frees people, so it goes against something naturally, and that's the thing that I think is really powerful, is when you recognize when new businesses emerge and technology comes into play. Although on one side you're seeing something new, and I'll just use Amazon because people are familiar with it, but then you look at the impact on retail because of Amazon, right? Or you look at the impact on bookstores because of how Amazon came in, and right. And so then there's the side of convenience and this new technology, and that's exciting. But then there's a business that's being impacted. Think about Airbnb and how hotels really push back now and created new laws, because honestly people preferred an experience that wasn't me being, you know, housed with a bunch of people, where I can have a very different kind of experience. And so they put limits on those things so it wasn't hurting the business. And so with that being said, I understand what I'm doing can have an impact on business, but what I'm doing is really what people in mind. You know, I think that any business you do is a people business, and you have the best technology, you have the best people, but if you don't serve in a way that's meaningful, and you're not thinking about what you do changes the lives of somebody else and teaches them to fish, then what you're doing will be transactional, and it won't last, and it'll be a fad. And so what we're trying to build is something that's a movement. And so
I love that.
Yeah, one of my affirmations that I never shared with you, I have 6 I say every single day, but one of them is I draw only the very best people and talent. And I don't think running into you and us having such a similar story.
Yeah, it's just finding these people, and I tell you, there's more of them. I'm going to give out a shout out to Jakey Tighties here, who I've known him for almost 10 years now, and I knew him when he was a teacher at St. Louis Park High School. The dude cares. The dude is genuine.
Yep.
He's the reason why we have such a healthy high school ecosystem.
Agreed.
Here in Minnesota.
Met Jake, liked him immediately. Liked him immediately, and put his best foot forward, and you could tell he was all about serving at the end of the day.
That's a dude that needs to continue to be in charge of Minnesota esports. No matter where he's at. Like, this has been a good interview.
Oh, it's been great. One, enjoying this beautiful weather. Like, I'm really enjoying this outside weather. It's like a treat within itself.
Hal, let's close on a good note. Where do you see DG in in, let's do it. Where do you see it in 5 years? And is there anything else you'd like to include on this? Maybe a way. We'll plug your socials in the description, but let's do it. How can they reach you? How can they learn more about DG? And then where do you see it in 5 years?
Yeah, you can reach me at DYGI.org, so DYGI.org, or you can email me at Hal Reynolds at DG.org as well. And then even on our webpage, you can fill out a form and reach out that way also. In 5 years, Eric, I believe that DG will have mastered what it looks like to connect competency-based learning and gaming, and be able to bring that to the trades, into the medical industry, and into tech, and really help be a pipeline for our young people to get right into jobs, vocation train right out of high school, and just thrive. I think we'll be beyond the Midwest by that point in time, that we'll be expanding. And I can see me and you working very closely together on some really cool projects and just making a difference, doing big activations, big fundraisers and things that really are meaningful, and giving back at the same time. So that's where I see us in 5 years.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that mission.
Yeah.
So, and with that, that's a wrap. Thank you, Hal.
Well, thank you for having me. Have an amazing week.
See you, everyone.